Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Let's go.
Down. 18 Gator.
54. You.
Get it. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Ready.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Now it's Rudolph. Thomas has got it, complete. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Got it.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Rudolph now to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cardinals. James Conner, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So they get the ball on the opening drive. They take it in for the score.
And how about setting the tone right away? Everyone talks about wanting to do that, but you always hear it in every locker room. First 5 minutes of the game, who's going to set the tone? Who's going to take control? Guess who just did?
Well, now on the next drive, when you score that quickly or you're scored that quickly again, you probably feel like you need to respond.
Yeah, without a doubt. In other words, you've actually put the pressure even more so on your opponent.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 31, Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Black 22. Come on, the ball. 30. Mark 43. Mark 43.
Jameis to throw it. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The secondary, Charles, much maligned during the week. They didn't have their best game in the loss last week, but a nice play there.
Yeah, I just know what they went through last week. I mean, ever since that time, their pride was hurt. They kept getting reminded of it in the local media, had to watch it on tape, and you know the coaches just got after them. They came in ready to play.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Here we go.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Ready. 6-6. Pull it high.
Man, I got you.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Free safety, Clinton Dix, the man to make the play there on the defensive side. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Ready. Blue 80.
53 is the mark. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Watch twist. Hey. 5 on the 5th right.
On play action, Winston steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. From the gun, Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming.
After the run, Rudolph now going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Rudolph throwing the comeback route. He's got the hook up to Thomas. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
On the set. Pilot, 64. 54.
Hey, get in the weight room.
Get it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Open man is Kirk, complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's Riley Dixon now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum? You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Ready. Blue lady.
Check 53, Mike. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our
Wait.
Spine. No. Check.
Follow.
Try.
Let's be brave.
Off the play fake. Winston airing this one out for Evans. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
60 on.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Snap.
On second down now, it's Connor. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that'll bring up second down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
Back to the air, Rudolph on second down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. The Cardinals on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Rudolph. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On second down, this is Harris. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They go play action. Winston. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
It's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they...
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Christian Kirk, his second touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Play action now. Winston. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. But now it's third down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
The Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Working out of the gun, Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch out.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Rudolph. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back home, yo.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. That's caught by Howard. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First down, and they go back to Harris. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And a cutback right sideline. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
I don't think you got it. Ready?
Rudolph on first down. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
From the 44, Rudolph looking long for Thomas. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Over 30 yards there, and first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
He gets it to Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Here's Rudolph. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The kick by Elliott is good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The Bucs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. This is taken at the 15. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And Thomas has it. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats. And Rudolph loses the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. There he goes, right side. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. The offenses have success. You can say they've run wild a little bit. Time for the defenses to get into the act, and one does here.
Nothing like a little bit of revenge for the defense. They've had to deal with it all game long. Both offenses going up and down the field. How about it when they take the ball away and take it to the other end zone? And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. He's going to look deep for more. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Able to find Isabella. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Get in. Check right 54. Right 54. I got it. Snap.
Rudolph throwing again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 23 yards the pickup there.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Set up. 8, read. Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54.
Are you getting
From the red zone now, Rudolph. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Rudolph. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Michael Thomas with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is now 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On play action, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Incomplete from the contact. He was covered by DJ Swearinger.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at about the 14. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what Rudolph loses the football. It's out. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath, as now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 47 yards. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You've got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
On first down, it's Sanders, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Well, the jet sweep. This is Godwin. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. That's good for a Buccaneer first to pick up of 12 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On the draw, here's Sanders. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 3rd down, here's Harris, and he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as they have taken the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now this throw caught left side. He's at the 30, past the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Michael Thomas, 71 yards, as his guys have now moved out in front. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? Two-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good, I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
4 down. 43 to Mike. Drop deep, drop deep.
From the gun, Winston. He's got Evans. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
At the 43-yard line.
Ready? 25. Check, 43. It's going to be a long day. Hey, stop. Kill.
On 2nd and 7, Winston. And he finds Howard complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
On 3rd down, Harris. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that 1st down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To throw is Winston. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Ready.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Ain't no such thing as a left.
They'll run. Here's Harris. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here's Harris. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Holton Hill, the one there to bring him down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Winston, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Play action now. Winston. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the kick by Rosas is good. And this game is tied again here in the 3rd. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown,
accelerating, and off he goes. 20, 10, and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as they have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdered.